Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Gran Canaria. Canary Motorcycle Tours. Thank you, very kind. First time I'm using this setup with my GoPro Hero 10 with the mic mod kit. So hopefully you can hear me all right. Gonna again, it's first time I've tried blogging as well, vlogging. So stick with me. Hopefully I'll give you some useful information if you're thinking about coming on the Canary Tours motorcycle trip. I'm on a Suzuki V-Strom at the minute. Normally ride a Tracer 900. My mate's with me, Phil. He's on a Honda 750. I'm not sure if it's the D. No, it's not. Yeah, just a Honda 750 in front of me. And yeah, back home it's March. Well, here it's March as well. But yeah, back home it's raining and cold, no doubt. Here on the other hand, as hopefully you can see on the camera, it's lovely. Bit windy, but I'll put up with a bit of wind and some sun rather than rain and crap back home. Plane coming into land. We've literally only just left. We're only half an hour into it. Just thought I'd film a little introduction. But yeah, so far so good. The for me as well, just a little bit of info. For me, it was the first time I'd flown in nearly 20 years. I decided one day that I didn't like flying. I don't like being in or on anything I'm not in control of. So I decided many years ago that I didn't want to fly anymore. But I suspect, like a lot of people in England, with the way things are at the minute, just absolutely fed up of everything in England at the moment. So I decided, rather than sit home and moan about it every day, which I found myself doing, I would bite the bullet and get on a plane. 4 hours, just over 4 hours, and come and hopefully enjoy some motorbiking and some sun. So yeah, as you can appreciate, the wife was not very happy. Words along the lines of, so you haven't been abroad with me on a plane for X amount of years, but put a motorbike on the end of it and you'll go. So yeah, as you can imagine, that went down like a lead balloon. But we'll see if I'm still married when I get home. Who knows? We met Joy yesterday. Joy met us from the airport, lovely lady, and Martin, her husband, partner. We met this morning when we picked our bikes up. Yesterday Joy gave us a quick briefing of what to do, what not to do, what to look out for, etc. One of the points was obviously the ride over on the right hand side of the road, but she said keep to the right, and we've just done a section. As I say, we're only an hour into it, and we've just done a section of twisties, and yeah, they are narrow roads, and a lot of lot of blind corners, and trust me, the first time you get that car coming the opposite way, drifting in the middle of the road, yeah, you realise you need to keep to the right. When you book with Canary Motorcycle Tours, it does say on the literature you get, the website, etc., that this tour isn't for novice riders. But I would rather be here with my pal doing this than being miserable back in England. I want to take my eyes off the road to admire this stunning scenery, but at the moment it's the first day, so let's just get used to these different bikes that we're on, the different roads that we're on, and keep safe. Same as everybody else, if you are watching this video, you're probably thinking about coming and you're scrolling through YouTube looking at all the videos. That's exactly what I did, and there's some great vloggers out there. I am a novice, but just try and give you a couple of tips that maybe they've missed. You never know. And if nothing else, even if I don't teach you anything you didn't already know, at least you might see some new footage that the others haven't shown. Morning, ladies and gents. Day two of the Gran Canaria Motorcycle Tour. Windy again this morning, but looks a sunnier start to the day than yesterday. Yesterday we had about 15 minutes rain, so not bad for March, not bad. Speaking to one of the guys, he said, oh yeah, this is a bad winter's day in Gran Canaria. Bit windy and 15 minutes of rain, can live with that. So today I am out on the one of the Honda 750s, and Phil behind me is on the DCT, is it? The Auto Honda 750. A lot smoother than the V-Strom I had yesterday, this Honda, I must admit. When I saw the pictures of them I thought, but now I've got on it half an hour in, yeah, a lot smoother than the V-Strom. Good power delivery. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with it. We're out with a couple of the same people from yesterday, but then there's two or three new ones with us as well. So group yesterday were good, so we'll see how we are with this group. Phil to go in front of me. Hello, Phil. I'm liking this road already. Yesterday was mental. It was literally twisties from 9 o'clock in the morning till 4:30 on the evening. You struggle to find a straight road in this place. Well, definitely the way Martin took us anyway. So, but yeah, that's what you want. That is what you want. Yeah, I am impressed with this Honda, to be fair. And I did turn my nose up at it, I don't mind admitting. I didn't want to ride the Honda. But for these, not that I'm a snob or anything, like I say, one bike is another bike to me. I don't know why, but Now I've actually sat on it. It is perfect for these roads, absolutely perfect. And if you watch some of the other videos as well, Martin and his team and the other guys who do the videos, they all say you don't need a big bike for these roads, and you really don't. Really don't. Yeah, Phil's got his arm out, he's going, look at that. Same as yesterday though, you do want to look, but you also got to keep an eye on that road. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's just beautiful here. I enjoyed yesterday, but this this already within the first hour is my new favourite part of the trip so far. Thank you. Lovely road. Courteous car drivers again, thank you very much. I'd even go as far as to say today this is my favourite stretch of road.
Lost.
Man down, and it's
Lost.
not him, and it's
Man
not
down.
me.
Looks like I'm back home with the clouds.
Yeah, Gran Canaria 2024. It's been a bit of just a steady ride out, to be fair. As you can see, it's still overcast, so we're trying to stick low, not go up into the mountains. That's James in front, the guy we've got talking to. He's been on a few of our rides. You get to meet different people, obviously, go out with different groups each day. He's got his 360 camera on the back, so he said he'd try and get some footage. We're doing a lot of this today, just sort of like riding through towns. So I suppose at least you get to see how the guys on the island live. As we come up around this corner now, I'm sure you'll be able to see up into the mountains, and it's just covered in fog. So unfortunately, no good. I never thought I'd say this, but it actually makes a pleasant change just to do a little bit of straight road, and I never thought I'd say that, but yeah, this week is just mad for bends, hairpins, switchbacks, the full shebang. Yeah, today basically the coastline's been dry like this, but every time we've tried to dip inland to try and get some nicer roads, the skies have just opened. And fair play to Nigel, he's constantly looking at his phone, checking the weather report, constantly looking at he's got the what is it, something Calimoto. He's got the Calimoto app, and he's constantly checking that, changing his routes to try and give us the best possible ride under the weather conditions. So yeah, fair play to him. We still had a right good laugh.
Over, boys. You see that rain? When you point it up, you can just see it.
Yeah.
Coming through the clouds.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Oh.
Horrendous. There's one in there somewhere, man.
We made it. Morning. Day 4. Every day so far has got better and better. Yesterday, end of day 3. Just putting on my boots, by the way. Yesterday, end of day 3, for the last hour, the skies opened and we got soaked, absolutely soaked. So that was not the best. And as I'm recording this, I'm just putting on the soaking wet boots from yesterday. Not good. But rest of the tour so far, every day, been, yeah, better than the last. That's another thing, yeah, something else just sprung to mind. You've got to be prepared to be out all day. I know a couple of people yesterday, we went out at 9 o'clock and tight corner. We went at 9 o'clock and we didn't get back till 6. So it's a long day. We did about 120 miles, I think. But 120 miles doesn't sound far, but when you're doing roads like this and you're constantly hitting twisties, yeah, one of the riders yesterday was a lady on her own from Scotland, and when we got back last night she was knackered, but she was up for it again this morning. But apparently it was due to be her day off anyway, but she still turned up and was ready to go out again. Fair play. Ah, it's a Stelvio again. Yeah. Mini Stelvio. said yesterday, I don't want to keep saying wow, but I probably will. Stunning.
Morning. 9:30 morning. Day off today. So Phil and I are gonna just probably have a walk around, see what the place has to offer during the day. No plans. May jump on a bus if there's not a lot happening. Take a bus somewhere. Typically the weather forecast for today was rain, and we've woke up on our day off from riding and it's glorious sunshine. Yesterday we got the rain again, so typical. But yeah, it is what it is. The hotel options when you book with Canary Motorcycle Tours, there's a 3-star option and there's a 4-star option. I left that side to Phil. I was easy either way. Phil booked the 4-star option and the hotel is absolutely spot on. It's the Hotel Elba. And yeah, can highly recommend it. It is literally 5 minutes from the base where you have to go collect your motorcycles from every morning. So like the other night when we got back and it was chucking it down, we only had a 5-minute walk back to the hotel. Facilities are great, food's lovely, breakfast included every morning, and it's a good choice. So yeah, I would suggest if you book the 4-star option. It's really nice, really nice. So yeah, let's see what today brings on foot. It's been a good week. We had a day off yesterday and nothing was open, so if you get the chance and they say Sunday's going to be your day off riding, your rest day, try not to get Sunday, because in this place there was nothing open. You know, a couple of places to get a coffee, shops wise, nothing. So either jump on a bus, grab a taxi, something like that, go elsewhere. It's not a touristy spot, so there's very little to be doing on a Sunday anyway, at least. We ended up just going for a 10-mile walk, trying to explore where we were best we could. So try not to get Sunday as your day of rest. So we'll see what today brings. But overall, it's been a cracking week, and hopefully this video, for anybody thinking of coming out and doing this tour, it'll give you some pointers and some things to watch out for. I'm going to give my mate Phil, a couple of questions to answer, so I'm going to get him on camera later, and he can give you his perspective of our week away. So yeah.
Change of ride today. Back on a Suzuki V-Strom Sport Adventure Tourer. morning, guys. It's our
Hi, YouTubers. Hi there, internet.
It's our last day. We're flying on back to the UK today. So I've been away with Phil all week.
Mike's second flight in 22 years.
Yeah. But I've told them all about that. Don't worry. So yeah, I just thought I'd get Phil's perspective on our week away. He's been on a motorbike a lot longer than I have, and see what he thought of the trip. So Phil, have you enjoyed it?
Yes, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good.
As you know, normally we organise our own trips.
Yeah.
Spend hours, days, weeks organising them. And this one we've been really lazy.
Yeah.
Paid our money, jumped on the plane and come.
Yeah.
Followed everybody around for 5 days.
Yeah.
It's been really good. Really well organised. Really good.
Exactly the same for me. Exactly the same. Question number 2. Best experience of the week?
Best experience? The Ultimate Challenge.
Absolutely.
32 hairpins was fine. We've done that 3 times.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Challenge, I think. And being asked to go on the Ultimate Challenge was one of the things. But yeah, that's
Definitely same for me. That if you get a chance, if you're over here and you're confident enough, ask them to do the Ultimate Challenge. It is well worth it.
It's nothing like the Stelvio. It's nothing like nothing that I've done before.
No,
it's good.
It's
good.
steep, but it's good. If you can handle that, it's an experience. Probably the best thing I've done on 2 wheels.
And if you get the opportunity to do it, nothing coming the other way, even better.
Absolutely. Yeah. The bikes, the fleet that we've been on. What was your thoughts on the bikes?
Adequate for when you first book, you think, V-Strom 650, Honda NX 750. Back in the UK, you think twice about jumping on one.
Yeah.
Over here, first day I had the geared NC 750, didn't get out of 3rd gear. Lovely bike. Spent the rest of the week on the DCT version, really impressed. Again, in the UK, would you buy one? Possibly not, unless you're just commuting to and from work, but the type of terrain around here, the elevations, the constant switchbacks, no, lovely bikes. Bikes. 1 or 2 people complained that the V-Stroms are a bit lumpy, but we've since found out they have to pass an emissions test for the MOT here, so they're leaning off slightly. Because 1 or 2 lads have got those bikes back in the UK and they said they don't feel so snatchy, but apart from that, once you've rode one for a few hours, you know.
Yeah.
But well maintained, well looked after. Any issues they get attended with straight away. No, good choice of bikes.
Yeah, I totally agree. As I say, I'm no expert on bikes, as you've probably heard from my current commentary throughout the week. But flying over here, I didn't want the Honda 750. Just what I'd heard other people say. A couple of my mates have had them in the past. Yeah, I didn't want the Honda 750. I got the V-Strom on my first day, like Phil said, very lumpy for me. Second day I got the geared Honda 750. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You could not get a more perfect bike for this terrain that you're going to do it during the week. So if you get a chance of a 750, grab it. They're so much fun. Nice, light, small, great fun, definitely. Hotel. What did you think to the hotel we're in?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're stopping on the front of the Elba. Standard 4-star hotel. Yeah. Thing that surprised me, prices, because we're not resort based. Currently, at the moment, you're paying £6.12 in the UK for 2 pints here. So yeah, just €3 a pint. No, really impressed. Food's been good.
Yeah.
We haven't really had a bad meal. Joyce and Martin recommend places to eat. At part of your welcome meeting, never had a problem with any of them. But yeah, generally, a good location. Obviously, we're only 5 minutes away from where they keep the bikes.
That's
and where
exactly what I said. Yeah.
Where they're based, so it's ideal. You can have a lazy breakfast as long as you're at the unit for 8:45. No issues.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, spot on. Good location.
Yeah. The next one kind of follows on about the area, the pubs, the food, etc. But I think you just answered that, really, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, we've met in the big shopping centre last night.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
There's a massive shopping centre, you know, like your Meadow Hall type thing, right next door to the hotel as well. We finally got to go in that yesterday, and it's if shopping centres are your thing, if you've got the wife with you, I'm sure she'll find something to buy in there. But we even ate in there.
And I was taken shopping. Not my thing.
So yeah, and last but not least, overall experience and anything you want to add?
My first ever guided tour. Didn't know what to fully expect, but yes, nothing but positive feedback, to be fair. Martin, Nigel and Jose do their very level best to offer the best what the island has. Some days you're going through the mountains, it is quite cold at altitude, so pack a fleece. If anybody just wants to stop for a breather, it's not a problem. The standard routine, meet at 8:45, go and fuel up, you'll have a coffee stop within a couple of hours, do a few more roads, lunch isn't rushed, it's normally about an hour, and then coffee in the afternoon and come back for anywhere between 4:30, 5:30, depends on where we are, what we're doing, but no, some really good routes.
They're constantly checking the weather, aren't they?
Constantly checking the weather.
So if it looks like there's any clouds up in the mountain, they'll pull over for a second, get their app out, and if it looks like it's going to be a no-no because of cold weather or a possibility of rain, they'll just reroute us and take us somewhere else. So that's spot on as well.
Yeah. The thing is, you could probably come to Gran Canaria, book a hotel, rent a bike. You would not see half the roads we've seen this week.
Definitely that ultimate experience. There's no way you'd find that on your own, is there?
And more importantly, local knowledge. The roads out here are like glass when they're wet. It's, you just got to take your time.
Which they aren't wet very often, but sometimes
when you're at altitude,
yeah,
sometimes you get a quick rain shower. But again, the lads do their level best, because local knowledge is paramount.
Yeah.
They just do their level best to look after you, make sure that everybody's safe, nobody's got any issues, and just the rides are weather dependent. But no, good experience.
Yeah. So final to end it off, I suppose the final question is, would you book again with Canary Motorcycle Tours?
Yes. Yeah. Most definitely. In
Same.
fact, obviously they're doing their Slovenia ones in the summer, so they're only here till April, then they move to Slovenia. But thoroughly enjoyed it, never had any issues, well looked after, right from point of booking with Joy, and right through to the last day, saying goodbye to everybody. Really impressed.
Happy days. Cheers, Phil.
Thank you very much.
It's been a cracking week.